On a sad note, we want to report to all Nigerians that from October till date, not less than 127 people have been kidnapped, particularly in Ida ward of Kagarko local government, Kaduna State. We want to tell Nigerians that why we are out here today is to make Mr. President know that enough is enough. We can no longer sleep in our houses. We can no longer have peace. Our communities are being ravaged. Our community today, some people are going to seek asylum. Some people are going out to go and sleep. Some people are sleeping in the bush. Some people can no longer have rest of mind. We are in a society today within our communities where kidnappers are serving us notice to come and kidnap and raid the community of all our food produce. Yes. What a shame. What we are hearing is in the afternoon, we get all the big men who are applying these holy routes that connect the northern Nigeria from Abuja. Yes. When they apply with their sirens in the night, when we are supposed to be resting, the kidnappers will give us restless night. Yes. So many of you today are going down to Buhari or other communities to sleep. Is it true or not? Yes! As we speak, we need Mr. President to come to our rescue. This is a federal road that have no federal security. Yes. This is a federal road that have zero security. Yes. We don't know the reason why we will be in this community and we cannot sleep with our eyes closed. All the adjoining communities on this road are being threatened by insecurity. Yes. We want to say clearly, this is not fair to our people. This is not fair to the downtrodden. This is not fair to anybody who deserves to be a Nigerian. Yes. This is not what we bargained for. Yes. We want the president to please look into this matter as a matter of priority and urgency. Yes. We can no longer sleep. Just this morning, they have kidnapped 7 people from, what's the name of this community? Jidna community. And this is just one of it. Within the last 2 weeks, we can talk about 20-something people that have been kidnapped, unchallenged, without any, even the repel attack, they cannot do. We want to say we are beginning to lose confidence in the Nigerian security because we have been pushed to the wall. We are hereby suggesting that Mr. President should allow us to take arms like the Boko Haram and the Bandits. Are we speaking your mind? Yes. We should be allowed to also have the AK47 to protect ourselves. Yes. I want to tell you that we can no longer go to farms. Our people cannot live freely. And yet, if we want to confront them in our own way, the government will be the first to come after us. Yes. We want to say government must allow us. Secondly, we want to suggest to President that from now henceforth, the recruitment into the Nigerian army, into the Nigerian security agencies should be based on community recognition. Yes. You cannot be bringing somebody from Akwa Ibom who does not know the nooks and crannies to come and guide. Did you understand me? Now what we are saying is that the security should be based on recruitment on security, should be based on community understanding. If we have 10 people from the DSS in our community, 10 people from the military, and they are to serve in our community, we will have a better security in this country. Yes. And we want the president to please consider this our plea, because enough is enough. Thank you. We wish to state clearly that today's peaceful, organized protest by the people of Kagorko local government and the Ida ward in particular was peaceful, was calm, was well conducted by our people. I want to state clearly that we have given an ultimatum of 7 days that we are expecting that our message would have gotten to Mr. President. Yes. And we have confidence that Mr. President is one person that will always want to listen to the poor. Yes. We have known that there are some people who have been sabotaging the effort of the president to be able to attend to the poor and the needy. Yes. But now that we have been able to reach out to the Mr. President in the best manner at which we have conducted ourselves, we feel that we will, in no distance time, free up this road in order not to inconvenience other innocent Nigerians. Yes. We want to apologize to all Nigerians who have been inconvenienced on their way to Kaduna or other northern parts of this country. We want to say that it is not by our wish to have done what we have done, but it is due to what we have found ourselves. Yes. We woke up this morning and we have 7 of our members kidnapped. Our communities, we can no longer live in our communities. We now sleep in the bushes. Even in the bushes, we are not safe. We don't have any farm products. Only hunger is going to kill a lot of people this year. Yes. We want to say clearly that what is happening to us is worse than what has happened anywhere else. We are living in fear, and we don't have any reason why we should live in fear as our citizens of this country. We want to tell Nigerians that we have given 7 days of ultimatum. If insecurity does not stop in Kagarko local government, we will come back here and nobody should even apply this route because we will not allow the rich to rest when the poor suffer. Yes.
Yes. We are in crisis in Nigeria. You know, admittedly, nobody will tell you otherwise. There are many insecurity issues in Nigeria, and it is obvious that the police are not able to protect lives and properties as enshrined in the Constitution. The military are trying, but they're not particularly equipped as well to deal with the various areas of crisis from the east to the west to the north. And look, we have experimented with the military and with the police the past 24 years almost, and we have not gotten anywhere in addressing security issues. Other religious groups or bandits or kidnappers in the north of Nigeria, but I'm talking about armed robbers. Armed robbers that are now beginning to terrorize Abuja residents. Armed robbers that are beginning to terrorize Deltans and just across the nation. So you tell me how many Nigerians will have the privilege of having police support at home. First of all, we have no national known emergency numbers where people can easily call in the event of an attack. There are just too many crises in Nigeria, and that the only way we can possibly begin to reassure the citizens that the government mean well is to enable them to defend themselves. Citizens should be able to defend themselves. At the moment, kidnappers, armed robbers can stop on any highway with just one gun or 2 guns, and tell everybody, 30 people, 100 people, come down and follow me, just because they have a gun. They can treat them anyhow, they can kill them. But I think that all we just need to do that enables every citizen who goes through some stages of clearance to be able to carry arms. It is done in America, it's done in some other countries. I'm not advocating that everybody and anybody should carry arms, no, but those who are capable, those who are able should be able to carry arms. And look, for you to pass the test, there's a test for you to go through, about 4 of them. One, you must be able to show that you are a member of a shooting club. There are few shooting clubs in Nigeria, but with this law, there'll be many more shooting clubs all over. In the university I've just built here, my sports university, shooting is one of the sports as a game. And so we'll be teaching people how to shoot. It's a shooting range. So I expect to have shooting ranges all over the country. Again, of course, this will create jobs. But it will mean that anybody who wants to get a license to have a gun should get a certificate from a shooting range school, number one. Number two, the king of your town should be able to confirm who you are. Should be able to back you up to write a testimonial, as it were, that they know you, they know your character, they know your family. Three, the DPO should be able to do a check on the person applying and to be able to confirm their suitability. And more importantly, we should also get from the local government chairman, who should confirm who the person is, again, like a double check. And lastly, there should be a medical report from doctors. So every person who is applying should get 2 medical reports from doctors who have known them for long, who is the family doctors, that they are fit and proper to be licensed to carry guns. And so we need this to be done to be able to enable individuals to defend themselves. The military and the police are not able to defend ordinary Nigerians. How many people, as I said before, have the privilege of having police or soldiers around them? Ordinarily, this shouldn't be the case. Why should anybody who is a senator or a governor or House of Assembly member, be carrying, have police and military people around them? It shouldn't be. We are in a crisis situation in Nigeria, and this situation requires some drastic measures. And so I just feel that the best way is to make sure that people are given the opportunity to protect themselves and their families. Just imagine armed robbers knocking on somebody's door and you are helpless, you have no arms, you have no defense. Armed robbers will knock on your door and tell you to open the door, and you'll be compelled to open the door, and before your family, they could kill you, they could rape your family, your wife, your daughters. All that has to stop. If you have a gun and they ask you to open your door, but you refuse or you shoot into the air, just shoot into the air to scare them away. They will run. They are human beings. They are not spirits. The point is that there are many more people who are, there are many more people in Nigeria who are illegally armed. So are you telling me that we should allow them to carry on being illegally armed? Whether you like it or not, there's a proliferation of arms, most of it illegally brought into the country by different groups, by armed smugglers. All I'm asking is, let's legalize it, let's make it proper so you can trace who they are. Anybody who is carrying arms, you know who they are. There should be a database for everybody, so we can identify who the bad guys are. So if a person is seen with a gun when without a license, you'll be able to prosecute them, deal with them as appropriate. But to say, hold on, there will be anarchy. So what is the option? Allow innocent people to be slaughtered just like chickens continuously, whilst the bad guys continue to amass arms and kill innocent people? Is that what you're saying? Have you not seen videos of innocent travelers on highways being herded like animals into the bush by kidnappers simply because they have no means of defending themselves? There are no police on site. There's no military on site. And these guys take them into the bushes and demand for money, sometimes rape them, or kill them if no ransom is paid, or even use them for organs harvesting. So are you saying that we should just allow things to be the way they are because of your fear of anarchy? Nigeria is already in a state of anarchy. Out of every 100 people that I engage, 98% of them want to be armed. The opinion is overwhelmingly in support of this bill. And you will see also this when it comes to the floor of the Senate and House of Reps. So it is not something that I've just thought about. I've been here all my life, practically, except when I spent time in UK, studying and working. But here in Nigeria, I understand the system. I understand the people. People are angry. People are frustrated. But of course, It is not the only solution. The other solution is to make sure that the economy works. If the economy works and people are gainfully employed or doing businesses and the police are able to protect people, the police are able to guide people, let me tell you, there will not be any need for people to be armed, as I am proposing. What is happening now is that people are desperately in need of survival. So most of these guys who are kidnappers or terrorists, as you call them, or whatever nomenclature you want to use to describe them, they are desperate. They're desperate to survive. One will not justify what they are doing that has led them into this theater of anarchy. However, if you want to change the narrative, we must look at the economy. People should be able to have access to financing. People should be able to borrow money. People should be able to live comfortably. We should be able to grow our economy from within. We should be able to think less of the dollar and think of how we can make Naira much more competitive globally.